the truth about the traditional Japanese lifestyle and the longevity secret. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Now, this is the third video in the series called Live 220 Secrets of the Modern Day Japanese Blue Zones. Right. So my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. Okay, so I said that the Japanese countryside is the land of longevity. And what I mean by the Japanese countryside, I mean the traditional Japanese lifestyle. Yeah. But today, I will share with you the truth about the traditional Japanese lifestyle, which is considered to be a secret of longevity. But the secret is not always simple, right? So please watch the video until the end because this is a very rare video. Not many people talk about the reality of the blue zones, right? Yeah. Now, so originally, I came up with this idea based on this book, Ikigai, the Japanese secret to a long and happy life. This is a book about Ogimi village in Okinawa, which became a model of a blue zone, right? And then in the book, they give 8 factors for their longevity. Yeah. And 1, they keep a vegetable garden. 2, they belong to some form of a neighborhood association. 3, they celebrate all the time with music and dance. 4, they have an ikigai, an important purpose in their life. 5, they are proud of their tradition and local culture. 6, they are passionate about everything they do. 7, they help each other. 8, they are always busy doing something, right? So when I read those 8 factors, yeah, I was very surprised because these factors are pretty much the same as my elderly neighbors in Shiga Prefecture. Yeah, in fact, 6 of them are probably true to my neighbors. Yeah, so 3 and 6 are different. Yeah, 3, they celebrate all the time with music and dance is unique to Okinawan culture. The people in the main island of Japan don't dance so much. And 6, they are passionate about everything they do. I don't know about the Okinawan people, but I mean, even in the Japanese countryside, it really depends on individuals. I mean, some people are passionate, other people are not. Yeah. But other 6 factors are true to most senior citizens in Japanese countryside, whether it is in Shiga Prefecture or Nagano Prefecture or Tochigi Prefecture. Right. Therefore, I thought this is the kind of a longevity secret of the Japanese blue zones. But those are the lists are kind of long, so I made a shorter kind of list. Yeah, so they can kind of be categorized into 4 groups, really. Yeah, so one is Satoyama lifestyle, and this is a sustainable lifestyle in the countryside where you kind of lead a self-sufficient lifestyle. You grow your own vegetables, your rice, and you go to the mountains and cut trees and make firewood and so on. Yeah. And the community support and ikigai and washoku diet. So when you talk about the Japanese blue zones, diet is very important. The diet is not discussed in the the 8 factors given in the book Ikigai, but I think it is pretty important. Yeah. And everywhere in the Japanese countryside, people have a washoku diet. Right. Now, so to sum up all those 4 elements, you can say this is a traditional lifestyle. This is a traditional Japanese lifestyle. Yeah. Now, so what is happening in Satoyama life today? Yeah. Well, people use machines now, so we don't plant rice manually anymore. We use a rice planting machine to plant rice. Yeah. And unfortunately, many people use agricultural chemicals. So our farming is not natural anymore. Yeah. Therefore, if you are farmers, sometimes it's possible that you are less healthier because of this. Yeah. And as far as exercises are concerned, you're not moving as naturally as before. Yeah. And how about our diet? Washoku diet? Um, well, the food, the ingredients are not always natural. In the past, when the Centenarians were young, many, the rice was organic and vegetables are organic. So people using organic ingredients plus all the seasonings, didn't have any artificial, additive and so on. But now, uh, nothing is organic, and we have a lot of artificial additives. Yeah. So today, our washoku diet is completely different from that of 50 years ago. So, like a present senior citizen, which I am becoming one soon. So, like my generation, yeah, because we have been eating this new version of washoku for a long time. So, I don't think we will live as long as the present centenarians if we continue eating the modern day washoku. Yeah, we need to change this diet if we want to live longer. Right. So our diet is not natural anymore. Yeah. And then how about the community support? Right. So when you talk about the community support, we need to talk about a neighborhood association. Now in Okinawa, there is a Moai. Yeah. So did you watch the Dan Buettner's Netflix documentary? Episode 1, please watch it. And they talk about Okinawa and they talk about Moai and this kind of mutual aid group. Yeah. In the Okinawa, in the kind of the case of Moai, they have a sort of financial mutual aid sort of system. Yeah. In other part of Japan, the neighborhood association is not the same as Moai, not necessarily the same as Moai. We don't necessarily have the financial mutual aid system, but it is a mutual aid system. We kind of support one another. For example, when someone dies, the community, hold the funeral and so on. Yeah. And this provide the opportunity for elderly to communicate with one another so they never feel lonely. Yeah. It provides them ikigai too. Yeah. But um, to maintain the neighborhood association, you also need to provide a lot of work. Yeah, it's not free. Yeah. And we have all those events like festivals and rice pounding event and so on. But it's not like you have to prepare for them. To have one event, you probably do a lot of work to prepare. Yeah. And then just too many events now. So we have maybe 10 or over 10 different kind of events. Yeah. So I don't mind doing maybe few events a year and then or just doing some community work such as doing the weeding for the community and so on. But just there are way too many. So too much work is a burden for the younger generation. Many of the younger generation feel that the neighborhood association is a burden for them. Yeah. Um, because now the situation is different from before. So in the past, there was no other entertainment. So all those festivals was helping, was serving for the community. But now we have other options. People can go and watch movies, or they can go to an amusement park, or they can, just as a family, go hiking and so on, right? But many of the weekends are taken by these neighborhood activities. Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of people are leaving because of this. Yeah. And then not just about the amount of work, but the way it is governed is not democratic. Yeah. Things are decided in a very old way. There's no discussion. And if like elderly say something and younger people cannot, uh, question them and so on. So the system is not sustainable because many younger generations are leaving the community. That means old people have to live alone. Yeah, they cannot live with their children, right? Um, and then, um, I mean, people are leaving for other reasons too, because it's not convenient. There's no work in the area and so on. But I think neighborhood association is one of the reasons why people don't want to stay in the community. And also, old people tend to depend on the medical system. So their mentality, the fact that they maintain this neighborhood association in spite of many problems is that they cannot stop it. They cannot change the system. So many young people have actually spoken against it, yet they think, oh, because this is our tradition, we've been doing it for many years, we cannot change it, yeah, and so on. And their mindset is so conservative, right? But this mentality is affecting other areas too. And one area is the medical system. So in Japan, doctors are regarded to be like a god. Yeah. If doctors say something, you accept, yeah, their advice without any questioning. Yeah. And because of that, doctors usually don't explain to you so much. Yeah. I mean, when my mother stayed at the hospital, and I often ask questions to doctors, but doctors looked very annoyed when I asked questions because, I mean, of course, he's very busy. He doesn't have much time, but I mean, that's their job to explain the basic things about, my mother's illness and, medicine and so on. But because many people don't ask questions, he felt a little irritated. Who is this guy, asking all those questions and so on? Yeah. Um, and then if the medicine is working well, that is okay. But quite often, our medical system is not natural anymore. In the past, yeah, like 50 years ago or even before, people are using more natural medicine, such as, wild herbs and stuff. And this is some of the secret in Okinawa, by the way, in Ogimi village. They were using a lot of wild herbs and so on in their diet. And that was one of the causes of their health. Yeah. But now that lifestyle is disappearing because it is replaced with a modern medicine. Now, the modern medicine can be good. In fact, some of the prefectures which are ranked high in the average life expectancy ranking by prefectures have a good medical system, or they have a advanced medical system. Yeah. But uh, stuff like cold, yeah, you don't need to go to hospitals for that. I mean, you can just stay in bed, and most times you can just cure by yourself. But so many people depends on medicine. So a lot of old people are more like a medicine junkies. They just take medicines without needing to take medicine. So this high dependency on medicine is creating problems. As a matter of fact, interestingly, Nagano's secret is independence from the medical system. So it actually happened by half coincidence because there are not enough hospitals. So it was kind of far to go to the hospital. So people went to the hospital less often. And also, the preventive medicine was encouraged. So they, encouraged people to change their lifestyle, their diet, reduce their salt intake and exercise more and so on. Um, so, yeah, but then to do that, you need to change your mentality. Yeah. Um, so the mentality is one key affecting the traditional Japanese lifestyle. Yeah. So I am in favor of the tradition. I'm one of the people who want to preserve the traditional lifestyle, but quite often, traditional culture is tied to this mentality. Yeah. So, you need to uh, think of this aspect when we think about the traditional Japanese lifestyle. Right. Okay. So, however, things are changing now. Yeah. This is because of Shizenha people, the young naturalists who move into the countryside. They are changing the countryside now, and they are preserving the traditional Japanese lifestyle with new mentality. Yeah. And that is something I'd like to share with you in the next video. Okay, so for details, please read my book, The Ikigai Diet. Yeah, so I talk about the similarities among the lifestyles of Ogimi village and those of rural communities in Shiga and Nagano, and the mentality of old people and Shizenha people. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet and Ikigai Bio-Hacking. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Do you have a thing like a neighborhood association in your community? Is it only a Japanese thing, or does it exist in other countries too? Yeah, please leave in the comment section below. All right, so I'll see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!